sales. And sales is just a behavior. It's something that you do inside of the career, and it's, again, how you treat people. And one of the things I always say, you got to remember, you'll never know the impact you have on people. I remember, does anybody have memories of when somebody paid them a really nice compliment, paid you a really nice compliment, and it stuck with you for years? Maybe an uncle said, you know, you're really a good boy. You know, that type of thing. And then the opposite, when somebody says something mean to you. I mean, you have issues in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all because of something somebody said to you years ago. Words are powerful. Why not go ahead and use them always just for positive? You know, so it's a situation where our behavior really does stick out. So one of the first things I say in sales hero behavior is be an engaging person. You know, show body language that you are sincerely interested in what the other person's saying. And let me tell you, this has worked. I know marriage is very hard, but this one is very key to having relationships. Because I know for a fact, let's reverse it. There are some things I'm sure are not very interesting to my wife that she has to go, really? Interesting, and versus looking at the watch. I had a manager who always used to say, Peter, at least pretend like you're interested in what I'm saying. And you say, so what does that look like? That's good eye contact, right? That's saying, that's interesting. And as much as I don't like there was a guy, I forgot his name, but on the radio, whenever somebody would say something, he'd go, really? And after that, the person would just sit there and yap, 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 yap. And it's amazing what words and attitudes can trigger people in terms of questioning. So body language is everything. You know, when people talk, even if it's hard, pretend, show body language like you're interested. You know, one of my dear friends just passed away, Danny Gantz, and he says, you know, in acting, if you're not sincere, you know, fake it, you know, is what we used to always say. You know, so sometimes you wake up on Monday, you don't feel like it, and you gotta act like you're interested. So be an engaging person. You know, ask questions, extend it. If somebody goes, I had a hard day, don't say, we should see what kind of hard day I had. You know, extend it, practice, and it's so natural to try to come back and say something like, oh, you call that an injury? Let me show you my scar. You know, you know, and that is just the way we are.
I thought you guys just made it.
Yeah, I can tell that's happening over at the Breeze over there.
Yeah.
This is happening all the time.
I'm like a marriage counselor.
It really is. It really is. And how hard it is. You got to train yourself. You know, just to me, it's like as I get older, I say, okay, Peter, you got to say 30% less per year because you talk so much. And you know, that's what happens when you start talking and asking questions. That's most of your questions. Most of your verbiage is questions. Man, you become the most interesting person in the world. You know, my mom, I can be in the car for 3 hours and ask her questions. She talks 95% of the time, and at the end of the trip, she goes, Peter, you're the most interesting person in the world. And I'm guaranteeing you guys, do it with children. This is a practice. They'll just sit there and talk, and they'll hug you, they'll hang over you, and then you realize adults act the same way. We don't change all that much. You know, one of the things I think I train people to do, it may sound kind of funny, is to be friendly. You know, we've lost, you know, the ability to learn how to be friendly. And what does that mean?